What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher, Whyte. Once again, Dillian Whyte blasts Deontay Wilder again. He says that Deontay Wilder beat up or knocked out a 50-year-old man and should be ashamed of himself. And in fact, he would do the same thing to a 50-year-old man. You know, Dillian Whyte, I like his tenacity. I like his aggressiveness. And one thing's apparent, you know, they tried to shut him down at one point, you know, with this UCAD mumbo jumbo. But I honestly think that Dillian Whyte is, I told you guys, the resistance. But I think because he does speak his mind, he does tell people in higher positions what he thinks of them. I think that that's the reason they tried to put a muzzle on Dillian Whyte, but they can only do that for so long, okay? With Dillian Whyte, he's a guy that's going to refuse to be shut up, you know, to be silenced. And he's going to be there. That's what I love about Dillian Whyte. And he said that he would beat Ortiz too, being 50 years old. Now, that I have to see. Why? Because, you know, that was the main fight that I wanted to see, even though people like Eddie Hearn, you know, and other people across the pond thought, oh, it's better for him to fight Chisora. No. Even though that was a good knockout, it was a very good fight. The fight was a good fight when he fought with Chisora, Dillian Whyte did. I still feel that I'm like George Foreman. And George Foreman said it best. Rematches don't count unless they won. The person beats you before. Just like Joseph Parker and Andy Ruiz would be a good rematch because Joseph Parker beat Ruiz. He decisioned Ruiz. Yes, he did. Therefore, I could see why that fight should be ran over. But if you want to fight, why should you want to fight a guy again? Sure, it was a close fight. A lot of people contested, yada, yada, yada. But look, I want to see him fight Ortiz. I want to see that fight next. You know, you see a lot of people, especially over here and certain groups that are riding with Ortiz and thinks that he will beat anyone. And it's funny. I think Ortiz can beat some of those fighters. But can he beat all those fighters? That's what we got to see. You know, I'm not, because I'm a Luis Ortiz supporter. Because I think all Cuban fighters don't really get the best support. And I think he is a skillful fighter being, you know, despite his age. And I want to see what he can still do. So if Dillian Whyte says, hey, I'll beat that 50-year-old man, by God, let's see it. Get your boss, Eddie Hearn, to stop fucking avoiding Luis Ortiz to the point where, hey, offer him an offer, give him $3 million, $4 million to fight Dillian Whyte, at least 3, and make that fight happen. You know what I mean? Because I know Eddie Hearn is not the biggest fan of Luis Ortiz, and vice versa. You know, but if Dillian Whyte wants it, I think he should get it. You know? He said he's the can man. Anyone can get it. That's what I want to hear from Dillian Whyte. You know, so him blasting down Deontay Wilder, saying he's fighting older people. Yeah, he fought someone older than he fought before, and he was rumored to be old when he fought him the first time. But you guys can remember, I can't let you guys forget that Deontay Wilder said he would never fight Ortiz, and this has been 3 years ago. 4 years ago even. But this was back in 15. This was 4 years ago. He said, I'll never fight Luis Ortiz. So, because he was a cheat. He was a drug cheat. Now, why would he change his mind as of last year? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any natural sense. So, it is what it is. Dillian Whyte says that, you know, Deontay Wilder beat up a 50-year-old man. Okay? Well, let's see what Dillian Whyte can do with that 50-year-old man. Because understand something, guys. Dillian Whyte beating Ortiz, that makes him a step closer, right? That breaks the legs. That takes the power away from Deontay Wilder. Because see, Deontay, if someone else starts beating Luis Ortiz, it makes his win less significant. That's how that works. If you're the only one to beat a fighter, like Anthony Joshua's the only guy to beat Dillian Whyte, and Dillian Whyte keeps winning. So what does that make Anthony Joshua look? Better than that. Okay? It just makes it more interesting. Right? So that's what I think about Dillian Whyte. I think he should fight Luis Ortiz. You know, now that Luis Ortiz is out of his shit, you know, he's out of the clink, he's out of the pen. You know, he's free now. So let that fighter fight whoever he wants. And Dillian Whyte says he wants it, let him get it. But that's my counterpunch on that, guys. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.